What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, today we're going to be taking a look at a new car. Now, before any of y'all get worried, don't worry. This is not a replacement for the ZL1, but perhaps maybe something that could go along with it. Maybe in the future, one of these cars. Because I'm not going to lie, just a few days that I've been driving it, it has been absolutely amazing. I fall in love with it. So we're going to take a look at it and see what y'all think.
ZL1, pedaling throttle. Hit the gas through the dash when the cops come. Supercharged with a rap that they flock to. No more words, you can race if you want to. Take off at the red light, leave the dust on them. Tail lights, pass the demon in the night on them. Real loud, no sneaking like a lion on them. Big roar when I let the gear slide on them.
Alright guys, so like I said in the thumbnail, y'all saw the Mercedes. This is actually my mom's brand new 2021 Mercedes GLA 250. It's like a SUV, small, like really small SUV, as y'all can see. Shouts out to Madre for getting this car. She definitely deserves it, but she's broke now. Because these things are, it's like the entry-level Mercedes, but like they're still not cheap. But y'all wouldn't believe that it's an entry-level Mercedes if like you sat in it or whatever, if like you saw the interior, which I'll show y'all in just a bit. But yeah, this car is absolutely amazing. Like, it doesn't look the absolute best on the outside, right? At least personally, I don't really like the look of it too much, probably just because it's like a small, like kind of like SUV type thing. But in reality, dude, like this thing drives amazing, and like the interior is flawless. Like the interior is absolutely peak in my opinion. And take a look at this interior, because this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if y'all have seen these before. I know I was watching them a lot, like on Instagram and stuff like that, before I seen one in person. But like seeing these interiors in person is absolutely sick, dude. Like this is crazy. Like insane. And this is, again, this is the entry-level Mercedes, if y'all could believe that. Absolutely insane interior. And they got two dual 10-inch screens right here and right there that controls like your dash layout and then your infotainment over there. And funny enough, you can control both of them. This controls your what's it called right here, this part right here, the dash. And then if you do this side right here, this home button controls that on that side, which is crazy. So you don't ever have to take your hands off the steering wheel, like at all, and that's like really helpful, honestly. You got memory seats, of course, like I mean anything, like any car these days. But one thing about this car is you actually got memory seats on the passenger side, which is freaking sick. So if you got multiple passengers that occasionally ride in this thing, you can have those memory seats, so that every time they get in, they just hit it and they're good to go. All right, so in the Benz now, as y'all can see, there's so much headroom. So much. I mean, it's an SUV, but like coming from the ZL1, it feels very nice, I'm not gonna lie. These seats are really sick too. They're not the absolute best because I'm kind of used to my Recaros, so I still prefer those than really any other seat that I've sat in since. But these seats actually like have like things where this moves a little bit, and like your bottom part where like your thighs hit, it'll move like every like few seconds. You can set it to move every few seconds, so like on long road trips your back and stuff won't like ache as bad. I haven't put it to the test because we haven't really driven it much, but it's kind of a neat feature, I guess, if you can't go long road trips without having to get out and stretch and stuff like that. That's supposed to help with this, but again, I have no idea if that's the case. But yeah, this interior is just absolutely sick. It doesn't have a sunroof or the moonroof that they have because it goes all the way back, but it's still really sleek. And like the interior, like I said, like all this like is just so freaking nice. And like the vents and stuff, y'all can barely see it, but there's actually lights in here. There's a light right there, a little light bar, a light right here, down there, and on the door, of course. And I think on the door handles and in the back doors and the footwells, which you can kind of see, which I'll most definitely put a good video out a little bit later on in this video at nighttime, so y'all can see all the stuff. But yeah, now one thing about this too, this was a used car. It's a 2021 model, but like I said, it was used. It only had 8,000 miles whenever she got it. One crazy thing about Mercedes that I was not aware of, this thing has an unlimited mile warranty. So like that was the biggest like driving factor for her to get the car and all that. So like you could really put as many miles as you want on it in the time span of 4 years. And then you can get an extended one 2 years after 2 years to add on 2 years, I should say, and it's still unlimited miles. So you could realistically have another 6 years of unlimited mile warranty with this thing, and that just sounds insane. Like, for these cars, I mean, it's good to have just in case anything goes wrong. These European cars are not cheap to fix. Even the service is like $300, like to change the oil and all that. So definitely good to have that. But one thing I was gonna do for her was tint the windows, but I didn't even know whenever she first picked it up, the windows were already tinted, and they're actually like really dark. They're darker than my ZL1 freaking windows, and I'm low-key kind of jealous, not gonna lie. But it looks sick. But I think we're about to go do some POV driving, so y'all can kind of see and like get my reaction to how it feels just driving it compared to like the ZL1. And y'all are gonna notice a difference, like in the sound especially. Like, there's no, like, you won't hear road noise or anything. It's just like a clear drive, and y'all can just see the beautiful interior on the Mercedes. And maybe y'all will like it as much as I do, because I honestly, an AMG one of these doesn't sound too bad, bro. Like, I mean, honestly, like, maybe one day, I don't know, man, have four doors instead of a ZL1. Oh, let's go. And real quick, we can show you the all the different screens that you can put on this thing. So this is the classic screen, and it looks just like this, and it also changes like this color too. We put it in sport mode. You can see the different cluster, which this is what you really see on like the AMG GTs. It's like this layout, and I guess you can change it, but I think they're like analog, so you can't switch from this, but you can like change the colors. And this also changes like the colors on this. It's like the same matching. Here's progressive. Kind of cool. I mean, it's just kind of plain, right? And the last one is understated, which is just very basic, and it honestly looks really nice. Okay, alrighty, well, let's go on a drive. And to put this thing in drive, it's actually a handle right here, and you like move it down, and it takes your automatic parking brake off. And to put it in reverse, you flip it up, and it brings up your reverse camera, which is actually flipped inside the Mercedes, like inside the handle. So every time you put it in reverse, the camera flips out so that there's no condensation that gets in it. And to put it in park, you just press the P. I also forgot to mention, this thing is a for some reason, it's a dual clutch. It has a dual clutch transmission. I think it's a 8 or a 9 speed. So it is kind of cool to have, but I'm not going to lie, for comfort, like if you're just driving around like normal, like just around town, this isn't the best transmission. I'm not going to lie, because like the first dual clutch I ever drove was that C8 that I put on the Corvette video, which if you haven't seen, you should go watch, because it was one of the most stressful times of my life. And this, I've been driving it around. Obviously, like if you're pressing the gas, like it'll shift very quick. Like you can tell it's a dual clutch, but like if you're just cruising around town, like I said, the shifting is just weird. Like it feels like it's not jerky, but you can feel like the dual like clutch is like activating. So it's like, like I've expressed on the ZL1, like you can't feel the shift. You can feel the shift on here. Like I said, it is cool to have, but it's not like the best transmission. But like this, like there's no road noise in here, and it's just absolutely amazing. So much visibility out of the freaking SUV, as you would hope so. But yeah, just like in comfort mode, like, dude, I could see myself in this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. One cool thing that we can do real quick is, let's see, if you go to info on here, you can see your acceleration and your braking there, and you can make it full screen or whatever. But you can go over here to, it'll let me go to engine right here. It actually tells you your horsepower, your pound-feet of torque, the PSI from the turbo, I think, right? Or is that oil pressure? Charge air pressure, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Okay, it's a 4-cylinder turbo. I would assume that that's the boost. I would think. I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. Hopefully Madre doesn't hate me after this. I can tell it definitely holds the RPMs higher whenever you're in sport mode. It does have paddle shifters too. I forgot to mention that as well, but I'm gonna just leave it in drive and see how it pulls. This thing pulls pretty heavy, like at the get, but then it kind of like slugs off through the RPM, so it's nothing crazy. But for a regular car, this thing would get like pretty good. All right, you guys, so it is now nighttime, so I just wanted to show y'all the the lights real quick, because obviously you couldn't see it that well during the day, or not as not to the full extent of it. So you can go over here to ambient lighting, and you'll hit color right here, and you can just go to like multicolor. So right now this is purple sky, and as you can see, it's got all the vents, and you can choose to have the brightness of the vents, the brightness of the ambient light there, and like the footwell can be all different brightnesses. So you can adjust all that, but here's where you just choose your color. This is ocean blue, and just like these are the two brightest colors. The purple and the blue are the two brightest colors. And then you got, this one is also like really cool too. It's got two different colors for the lights, individual lights, and then the vent lights. And another one that I really like here is this green, just because it's kind of different and it's so bright. But as you can see, it's just insanely freaking bright, and it's just such a vibe in here. Like, it's so cool just riding around in this. All right guys, that's gonna do it for the video. I appreciate y'all for watching. I know this is a very unusual type of video for me and on this channel. It's almost like kind of like a review type video, kind of like I did with the ZL1 1LE, but on that one I was actually looking at buying it, but it was way too expensive. This one is, like I said, it's my mom's car, and I just want to make a video on it because I think it's absolutely sick. But I don't know, maybe I'll do a few more of these videos if I got a few more friends or anybody that wants to let me look at their cars that I'm not usually inside of, because this one surprised me for sure, and I don't know, I just kind of enjoyed like making the video, and hopefully y'all did too. And hopefully y'all learned a little bit. Maybe if you didn't know about Mercedes, like these interiors and stuff like that, maybe you'll look more into it, and maybe you can find yourself one, because I definitely recommend it. They're very nice. But if y'all enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to comment down below if you did. Be sure to subscribe, turn those bell notifications on. See you in the next one.
SS22, ZL1, sliding in a rainbow coupe. Saw your bitch, mouth drop, what it do? Worry about yourself, bitch, who the fuck is you?